I'm Marc Glassman, and we're here in potato country. Here we are in Idaho, the heart of American potato production. We're at a Weta Farms facility, in a huge facility, storage facility. They are a major producer for Dole potatoes. The same potatoes you find in Marc's every day. This storage cellar behind us will hold 5 million pounds of potatoes. And they have more than 50 of these cellars that they'll be filling up over the next few weeks. And as you can see, there's no shortage of potatoes.
As far as our program for raising potatoes, the first thing that I really like is because of our size, everything that we pack is our own potatoes. And so we have 100% control of every potato that we send out to our customers. Because of that, I can tell you exactly this, I can tell you the seed source, the cultural practice, the farm manager, the staff,
so all
the
these potatoes
equipment,
all these potatoes are coming out of your own fields.
Right, yes, absolutely.
What are you doing right now?
See, right now she's pulling a representative sample off of this truck. Each truck that comes in will have samples taken. They'll be graded by the Department of Ag to give us the data that we'll use to put together our information books for the year. And so come the end of harvest, I can tell you for each lot within these cellars, the size profile, quality parameters of each one, and we'll use that to kind of decide when to run each cellar. Right now we're standing in a field that on the surface is dead. The reason for that is we actually go through and intentionally kill all the vines, and so all we have left on the top are these dead, desiccated vines. We kill the vines for two reasons. One, it basically sends all the remaining energy of that plant down to the potato for that last little bit of growth.
Right.
Secondly, by shutting down that whole plant, what we do is we take this potato and we basically shut it down as well and set it. And so we will kill this field, actually let it sit for a period of 21 days. During that time, the potato stops growing, it stabilizes its metabolism, it sets its skin, and basically it gets to where it has a level of maturity that we can harvest it. Without going through that process, you would have a lot of quality problems to your customers.
And these potatoes out of this field could be in my stores as early as next week.
Literally, yes.
Literally next week.
The potato is just a incredibly.
So under here are the potatoes?
Yeah, I feel bad I didn't bring my pitchfork with me, but it's amazing you're a farmer, and I actually carry around.
Here's a look at this. See? I mean, this whole field, I mean, it's just full of beautiful Idaho potatoes.
Look how nice.
Unbelievable.
Look how nice and dark that netting is. How pretty that is.
The soil is incredibly rich.
Now,
so this soil is not processed. This soil is as it is, sandy and rich, and that's how it is.
The nice thing about some of these really high quality sandy fields is you're almost farming hydroponically because you have such a good level of heat, moisture, and nutrient transfer because the sand is it's such a good flow through medium.
And your water system, you're watering it.
Yes. Yes, we're
all controlled. It's all controlled.
Well irrigated, yes, with center pivot irrigation.
Right. Fascinating. An Idaho potato right out of the ground. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, unbelievable.
The way this works are we have two windrowers. Each of them will come along and dig 4 rows and deposit them in the middle. So one will come on this side, the other one will come on the right side. They will both discharge into the middle, and then the combine comes along, picks up the center 4 row. So essentially, at any one time, that combine is digging the equivalent of 12 rows worth of production.
At one time.
At one time.
Unbelievable. We're up here in the fields of Idaho on a potato combine. And what you're going to see in a minute is this combine actually harvesting potatoes at an incredible rate. It's amazing. The rate of harvest is amazing. This couldn't go any faster. Years ago, how were you harvesting potatoes?
By hand. Can you imagine a field this size, digging by hand, loading them into wooden crates or gunny sacks, and then having to put
Literally,
them on just a little-
30 years ago, literally is by hand.
Yes.
How many pounds of potatoes can you grow in 1 acre?
Off of this field here, we will average around 400 hundredweight per acre. So again, that's 40,000 pounds of potatoes per acre.
40,000, hard to imagine, 40,000 pounds of potatoes in 1 acre. It's amazing, the production. They're growing all sizes of beautiful Idaho potatoes. And these will be in the stores next week.
Both at the harvest locations as well as for every truck that comes to this warehouse, we take samples off the back of a truck. This little area here is where our people will inspect each sample to tell us what the quality and defects, if any, there are, so we can best tailor our production to get the best quality to the customer as possible. These potatoes are waiting to be packed in the next section of the warehouse.
So these are right out of the field.
These are right out of the field. This bin represents about 3 of our farm semis worth of potatoes. It's about 1,500 hundredweight or 150,000 pounds. It will take us about 45 minutes to run this whole bin. For this warehouse, one of the things we do is we wash a lot of potatoes. All of the wash water is considered our wastewater. However, we don't waste any of it. All of it is recycled by being sent out to a hay field just next to the warehouse, and it's reused to irrigate that hay field for hay production, alfalfa production through the year. So the potatoes will come in from the washing area, and they distribute out on all of these conveyors with all of these different sorting stations. A potato is a really manually labor-intensive vegetable because there is such a variety of shape and size and skin color. And so we have people that will have to inspect each potato and throw out the bad ones and make sure the good ones keep on going down the line.
Literally every potato is inspected.
Yes.
Every potato is inspected. This machine will bag 50 bags of potatoes per minute, 1 per second. And some of the latest automation allows us to keep our prices low. Marc's Produce, farm fresh, year round.